Hello. Hello. Yeah, Dennis here. Everybody. How is everyone doing? Hello, Spacey. Hi, Moime. Hello. I still have no idea how to do greetings properly. I see all those all the VTubers, all the streaming people. They have really good introductions, of which I lack. Oh, and speaking of lacking, I realized that my drawing software is not set up. Oh no! Hang on. This will be quick. Let me just set it up real quick. Hi, how's everybody doing? Is everybody well? Is everybody not well? Tell me your trauma. Please don't. Go find a safe space if you need to speak of traumas. Hang on, let me just set up everything that I should have set up before the stream. Hope everyone is doing well though. And that I'm audible as always. If I'm not, please let me know. If I'm too soft or too loud, please let me know before I break any of your ears. It's weird, you know. I've already been here for about 2 months. Thank you, Spacey. I've already been streaming for about 2 or so months. But every time I come on, I still feel so unprepared, and I still feel so unused to it happening. I still have no idea what to say at the beginning, no idea how to get into it. I wonder if I'll ever get used to streaming. Hi, Silfern. Hello. Welcome. Yeah, it's weird. Even though I've been doing this for a while now, I still feel like I don't know what I'm doing, and I still don't really know where to look or how to speak to chat. Thank you for the pat Silfern. Oh, and it's working! Yay! I reconnected Twitch because the pat wasn't working properly last time, so I'm glad to see it's finally doing what it's supposed to do. How are you doing today? What's the topic? Well, we're gonna try to finish up the drawing that was taken over 3 streams now just to get to this point. And if I don't finish it up, thank you for the pat, I will not sleep. And I still have work tomorrow, so it's important I try to sleep. Thank you for the pat. But speaking of, I guess for our topic as well, it's getting colder, the lights are going up, presents are happening, and I just wanted to ask, does anybody else get seasonal depression? Okay, maybe a bit of a heavy topic to start off on, but I learned about seasonal depression not that long ago, or a few years back, and at first I wasn't sure how it worked, but then I do realize that when it does get colder and the days get shorter and darker, I don't know, it's just a feeling you get at the end of the year. Yes, I have it on top of my regular depression. Oh no, it's compounding depression squared. Good day, you don't have to work tomorrow, Spacey. You should rest. Okay, bye, Silfern, and go and enjoy yourself doing whatever you're doing. But yes, so seasonal depression. Am I crooked on the screen? I can never tell. I might be, but I don't have a mouse to write myself right now. Eh, okay. I think that's better. My spine is just a little bit crooked. Oops. Okay. Okay, I think we're good. Maybe. I don't know. Yes. So seasonal depression. When the days get colder and shorter and it's coming towards the end of the year, I think it's just really easy to feel not like yourself or to feel like you haven't done very much over the past year. I won't go too much into detail because I'm not gonna trauma dump on all of you. I never will trauma dump on all of you. The day I trauma dump on all of you is the day I leave the internet. Uh, but yeah, I if you are going through something like that, then know that you're not alone. Tending also gets a bit more in my own head towards the end of the year, and it gets a little bit harder to feel like you're a person, or a little bit harder to feel like what you're doing is on the right track. I think combined with the fact that I want to leave my current place of work soon, hopefully, and step into this brand new chapter of my life is just making it a little bit worse. But don't worry, things are actually pretty alright right now. And I'm still trying to figure out everything. But I'm also trying to stream more because being here just does make me feel happier. It does help me relax a bit. It it just makes me feel happy. I still can't explain why it does, but it does. So I'm trying to stream as much as I can before holiday obligations drag me away. And they're not bad obligations. I'm gonna hang out with a lot of fun people next week. We're gonna play a lot of games. There's gonna be tasty food, and I'll probably feel as home there as I do right now over here. Uh, yeah, it's scary, honestly, going into a whole new chapter of life. And not to get do warn me if I'm going too deep, if I'm getting too philosophical or too uncomfortably heavy. It's weird, you know. This isn't my last stream of the year, but I've already started reflecting on the end of the year and how it's been. And I'm sure all of you have also been looking back on your years and on your on the year, not your years, on the year, and thinking about all the things you've done. For those people who are streamers or content creators, I'm sure you're thinking about your journey as a content creator this year. For those who are not, then there's a bunch more other stuff that you're probably thinking about and everything that's happened. And it's just really, really strange to think about how a few months ago I didn't know any of you. I didn't have this platform. I didn't stream. I didn't talk to all of you, and I was just blissfully floating through life without realizing what I was missing out, being, socially awkward and shy and afraid to even tweet at a certain point or put up any posts. And a lot of things can change even in a few months. But like, I can't talk today. I can't talk any day. But yes, you're completely right, Omoime. It was just in it was in August, wasn't it? When I first came on here and had a terrible debut. Nobody go and look at the debut video. It is horrendous. And I understand now why so many people say you shouldn't debut, you should just start making content. But it's so weird to think that it started a few months ago, and now we're all the way over here, and I'm talking to all of you, and I feel so much more comfortable just being on screen and moving about and speaking to people through the static and all of that. And of course, if we want to talk about numbers, which we shouldn't, but we will, I can't believe we've managed to come as far as we did. When I first started this, I kept my expectations really, really low, you know. Thought maybe it would be lucky if we hit 50 of anything come the end of the year, but we've managed to, firstly, on the video streaming platform, which I'm still really afraid to name on Twitch, we've hit about 250 subscribers today. And over here on Twitch, of course, we've gotten 80 plus 81 followers. 80 living, okay, maybe at least 20 of them are bots. 60 living, breathing people that just decided, you know what, I'm gonna give this person a follow just to keep up with their dumb content. And of course, I got to meet all of you. I got to meet Spacey. I got to meet Plus. I got to meet you, Omoime, and Black, and everybody. Spacey says, when I moved states because of some issues I won't get into, I was broke, alone, and basically homeless. In the space of 6 months, I got recruited for a decent job, got an apartment, and met the person who has now lived with me for almost 6 years. Change is crazy, and that's amazing, Spacey. Everyone should give like, everyone should clap for Spacey, because that is, that's big. That's, you know, it's one of those stories that they write books about. You should write a book about it. Yeah, it's weird. It's overwhelming sometimes, and it's good. It's good overwhelming just to think about how far we come and getting to here, and I don't ever want to take it for granted. And I have a lot of paranoia. I'm not diagnosed with anything, so I don't know for sure, but and maybe I worry it's too personal to say, but I will say it anyway because I think maybe some people can relate. I think I have paranoia or some kind of paranoid disorder, maybe. Again, not diagnosed, don't have the time to get it diagnosed, but I tend to have very vivid, terrible daydreams of horrible scenarios. I'm always thinking about what can go wrong. If my friends don't talk to me for a little bit, I'm always worried that they're dead. I worried, maybe this is because I watch a lot of true crime as well, so that probably doesn't help. But I get very paranoid. I wonder if something's happened to them, or maybe I said something that made them not want to be my friend anymore, or maybe they've been kidnapped and I should be paying attention to them. And I recognize it is wild, it is insane. These thoughts are extremely paranoid and very fantastical, so I'm aware that they aren't reality, but I can't help but think them, and I get the feelings from them, that, you know, the nervousness, the anxiety, and all that. And not just with my friends, not just with you, chat. When I am alone in my own head as well, I start thinking about all the things that could go wrong, especially with being here. I love being here, but you know, I'm always worried like, oh no, what if I accidentally start drama, or what if I get caught up in a scandal, or I should clarify, I don't have anything that I think is noteworthy of a scandal. I am a I feel like I need to make an apology video now, and I don't even know what I've done. Even before I became a content creator, I would always think, if I had to one day do an apology video, what would I actually say for it, and how do I actually make a proper one? Because you always see apology videos that are not good and not properly taking responsibility for what they've done. And I always had it in my head like, oh, if I do content and so I have to learn the ukulele. Yes. I always have it in my head, if I do content and somehow I do something wrong, will I have the self-awareness to recognize what I do as an actual mistake, or will I somehow become arrogant and egotistical and not recognize that what I've done is something wrong or something that I should take responsibility for? Because it's difficult to take responsibility over your own actions, and I kind of understand why people tend not to take responsibility on a big platform. Not that they're right, but I could see, if in my paranoid worldview that I was in that scenario, I wonder would I be able to do the right thing. And I worry so much about losing myself or becoming somebody that's not a good person, because exposure, being on the internet, influenced by many things. It's crazy. It's strange. I've just started and already I'm planning out like my 5-step program on what to do if somehow things go terribly wrong. And I think it's just my paranoia again. I think I can't help it. I just imagine terrible scenarios that have absolutely no basis in reality. And I hope it's something you can relate to. And if you think it's weird, I understand. It is very weird. But yeah, if I do ever become a terrible person, I'm gonna trust that you're gonna keep me in check, chat. And I of course I must take responsibility and keep myself in check as well. Thank you, Amoy May. I don't know how to make it stop. I don't think it will ever stop, but that's okay. I will talk the most noise if we get out of line. Spacey's gonna come at me with the 1,000 Google Doc exposure video. Okay, let's actually look. Oops. Oh no. Let's actually get to drawing a little bit. Yep. We just get the appropriate. Okay. Hello. Yes, this is the drawing that I've been trying to finish for the past few streams. Too many streams. I'm an extremely slow artist, and I wish I wasn't. I look up on social media platforms and I see all those people drawing Mona Lisas in less than a day, and it's the typical thing. Oh, I just doodled this today, and it's the most visually stunning piece of art I've ever seen, with incredible realistic shading or amazing line art and full of detail. It scares me. These people, they are too powerful. Something that personally, I think maybe I'm hoping it's something that a lot of maybe small creators also worry about, is losing yourself or somehow accidentally causing drama. I honestly think a lot of stuff on the internet where people are up in arms about, you could just, it doesn't need to be online, basically. The stuff that causes the whole internet to go into frenzy doesn't need to be online. I can't find the layer that the words are on. Okay. I found it. But we're not here to talk about drama. We are a drama-free place, drama-free space. We can acknowledge it's happening, but I'm making a pact to myself when I started this that drama will never cross this channel or me or ever. That's how my friend Paris, but I know it's a result of hard work because I've seen his style evolve over the years. His art, I mean. Oh, do share his artwork sometime in the server if he's comfortable with it. I love seeing other people's artwork. I love getting to know artists so that I can cry over the fact that they're so incredible. Yes, so with no more drama talk. What else can we talk about today? Let's see. We've gone through seasonal depression. We've gone through paranoia. We've gone through social anxiety. Maybe on to something a bit lighter. Like, what are you all planning to do for the holidays? What are your holiday plans? Me, I'm gonna game with a lot of fun people, and I've got to make so many gifts. Well, not so many. I actually only have 2 gifts to make because I'm doing a white party, a white elephant, the thing where you exchange gifts. I'm doing one of those willingly, and another one is mandatory, but I'm also okay to do that one. I'm still aiming for that food. Yes, I remember we were talking about food the last time we were here, about holiday food, and I think we got into an argument about boiling soup. Speaking of which, hang on, let me actually put down some brush strokes before we start, or else I will never ever get to drawing. If I can find the right layer. Okay, this is a roach layer, these are the roach eyes. So what was I saying? I would need some of you guys' help. You know, I do highlights of streams and Twitch clips and all that, and I wanted to highlight the stream where I was comparing myself to Tenma, one of the VTubers, and we watched her video. The issue is I don't remember which stream that was. I've just been skimming through the stuff I've recorded, and I don't have it, so I worry I might not have recorded that stream. If anybody can remember which stream that was and roughly the time of it, please do let me know. I wanna clip it for one of the shorts on the video platform. So that is my little cry for help. If anyone is able, if you can't, don't worry, it's okay. It's fine. I'll let it go. And yes, so I am doing a Hi Viet! Hello! Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? We're gonna finally finish some art today, or else I don't get to sleep. Where was I? I keep losing my train of thought. It's not good. So yes, I am excited for the holidays because I get to relax a bit more and I get to play some games with people. The sad thing is I don't know how much time I'll have to stream. I want to really stream and maybe even do a holiday stream, even though I have no idea what you should do for a holiday stream. React to Christmas music. I don't know what do people usually do on holiday streams? Do they just play holiday games? What if you don't play games? What do you do? And yes, that's the only downside. And a somewhat smaller downside is that I've got some gifts I need to prepare. And you know me, I can't just make a normal gift. I wanna hand make everything. And the issue with that is that it takes time, especially I'm planning to do something with embroidery, which takes quite a lot of time to stitch everything together because it has to be hand stitched. I don't have the machine for embroidery stitching, which is fine. I like embroidery. I just wonder if I have enough time for everything. And hopefully I will. They won't be on stream stuff because they are gonna be a bit more personal, and I don't want to put personal stuff out there. So yes, they won't be on stream. But we are going to have another sewing stream soon. And we're gonna try and sew a little bumblebee on that stream. Should be super simple, famous last words, and hopefully less things go wrong. Hopefully I knock over the camera less. And yeah, I just hope it's entertaining. I don't really know what I'm doing still. I don't know what I'm doing at all. I don't even know what I should be doing for this eye now. I've put down the shadow, and I guess next is the lights. Oops, too much light. I need to remember how Cosme Roach's eyes look. Hang on, let me get my reference. Oops. I deleted it. Yeah, you can see all my messy files I used to make the law video. Okay, I see his eyes. I see Cosme Roach's eyes a bit more clearly now. Gonna make the line art blue so that it blends a bit better. Next time is where I tag you in the Discord. Alright, I'll go and take a look at it after the stream. Thank you, Spacey. Thank you. We've got some new talented artists that we all can look at later on. But right now, I'm gonna try and concentrate on coloring this, drawing this, and also talking to people. I still haven't mastered the skill of it fully, you know. I think a lot of times I still lapse into silence, and I struggle to find what to say. And I don't know how to come up with stories. But hopefully I'm getting a bit better at it. One can hope. I say as I lapse back into absolute silence. Aside from the bumblebee that I want to color on stream though, so on stream, I also still want to do the VTuber plush making, but it will take a bit more time because I need to prepare everything beforehand. There's a lot more things to prepare for it. And I'm kind of wondering if anybody has managed to guess the VTuber that I'm going to be doing for that stream. I don't think it's too obvious. It's also not too secret. It's definitely one of the people I admire a lot. I have mentioned their names before, so there's a chance that people already know who I'm talking about. But if you don't, then you know you can keep making some guesses. They are a content creator, they are a VTuber, they are very helpful and really wonderful. And I probably wouldn't have started VTubing without their influence. Let me make Cosme Roach. Look a bit better. Who could it be? It's not the first person you think of. It's not them. I know you're thinking of Spacey. It's not. I will do a VTuber plush of them at some point. But it's not them. I don't know. They got so many forms. I don't know which one to make a plush of. I want to make a plush of a form that isn't going to be a that they aren't going to use as a plush themselves. But I don't know. They're so complicated. I love the design, but it's just so utterly complicated that the idea of putting it just make a worm out of a sock. I could I could. Oh, I could. No, but I don't know what the rest of worm body looks like. Oh, that'd be funny though. I still want to be able. Part of me still wants to be able to send the plushes I make to the people that I make them of, but I still worry that might be too creepy. Would it be okay? You're a content. Imagine you're a content creator. Some of you might be, and you have a fan base. You have a decent sized fan base, and one day in the mail, you you just receive this small doll version of yourself with no return address, and I guess hopefully a heartfelt note, but knowing me, it probably be probably be too intense. And my social anxiety governs a lot of my writing. I end up writing a lot of apologies into. Would that be creepy? If you received that in the mail and you you didn't know anything about me, of course you wouldn't know anything about me. Why would you? You're an amazing content creator who has a wonderful fan base. Back when I was super into yarn, I used to make sock dolls. I was a weird. I don't think that's weird. Sock dolls were very, very popular at some point. People really loves making. They were called sum sums. I think the Japanese doll that a lot of people really into making as well. I don't think that's weird. I think that's actually quite normal. It was quite popular back in the day. Oops, too much scatter. Too much scatter. Yeah, so I worry it'd be kind of strange for somebody to just receive a doll of themselves. Stop being negative about myself. I throw a shoe. You can't, because I don't have the throwing widget on this. I've thought about it. I've thought about adding the throwing widget, but it looks a bit difficult. And I'm already bad at basic things. But I do want to send stuff to people, to the people I admire, the VTubers I admire. I mean, it's another reason why I don't. You all know about my office secret mystery gifted doll stuff, right? And one day, I'm sure somebody that I work with will come across this, and they'll know too that it was me giving out all the secret gifts. I don't like things to be attributed back to me. I meant in real life, you're gonna wind up a slipper hitting your door. No. Yeah, so I don't want stuff attributed back to me. It makes me really nervous if people know stuff about me, which is really bad as a content creator, because I don't think I can avoid it. Online, inevitably, whatever I do is probably gonna be traced back to something, isn't it? Which is fine. I've made peace with that. But still, the thought of being able to gift the people I admire something, I really like that, and I feel like it's too cheesy. Okay, I know I'm being too negative. I'm not Spacey. Don't throw slippers at me. I know it's too negative. I will try to be more positive. Somehow. I don't know how yet, but somehow I will. Let's see. Let's leave it as a normal. I know, I get too paranoid and I get too in my head and I don't know, I feel like it's weird to want to make handmade gifts for people nowadays. I love it. I like making handmade gifts for people. I really like giving gifts actually. But so few people do it nowadays. It always feels a little bit weird to still do it. And that's why I don't like people knowing I'm the one doing it. I much prefer it to be just a fun little mystery. I can hear voices. I don't know if they're from this music. I think they are. Hi Black! Hello, hello! Welcome to the stream! You're not late, you're just in time for me to continue being very paranoid about just life in general. And gift giving, I was talking about how I feel a bit weird still making handmade gifts for people. I love making handmade gifts for people. But I worry that... Okay, so here's the thing. I love making handmade gifts for people, but I still feel a bit weird because sometimes I just meet someone and like, okay, I want to make a gift for them. I want to give something to them. And it feels like it's too intense, you know? I don't want it. It feels like it's too much. As I just met you, I want to give you a gift. Doesn't that feel creepy? Like imagine it. Imagine if I was big and scary and I did that. That would just terrify the person. I would be terrified if somebody just came up to me, somebody I only just met, and they gave me like this handmade thing. And this is why I like anonymous gifts. And I understand that could also be creepy. Just anonymously receiving a random gift that you don't know of. But it at least helps, covers my bases. I don't need to be worried about people judging me if I do it anonymously. And you can say, oh, but they'll probably be nice and all of that. And I know they will be. My heart just can't take it. I can't deal with it. Just let me be anonymous and let me have my panic attacks in peace, please. None. Let's give Cosmiroach a little bit of space magic in the eyes. Just a little bit. The kind that Cosmiroach deserves. Okay, be happy if you send me anything. One day when I... maybe it's too forward thinking. I really hope that we build up I want more people in our community so I can do things like plushie raffles. Cause I guess I can do it now. It's just that the pool is very small, so I think it feels slightly unfair because it's such a small pool of people. It's not even weird. It's a sweet small gesture from someone. Thank you. It's Black. I still think it's weird, but your words are very nice. Thank you. Mornings, Hermit. Morning. How are you doing? We are gonna finish this piece of art today, no matter what. Even if it kills me. Which it might. Who knows? And I'm gonna try and talk about stuff, but first I need to find the right brush. I should label these brushes, but I don't remember what it's called. I think it's this one, the cross hatching brush. Just gonna, oops, too dark. Nope, even darker. Just gonna go over Cosme Roach so that it looks like he has his stitching in place, or their stitching in place. We don't assume. Mm. I know Cosme Roach has the swirling back. I will do that in a bit. I will give Cosme Roach the stars that they deserve in a second. Now what's chat saying? Just remember, Tane, not everyone even receives gifts all the time. That's why it's already 9. I don't know. I still worry it's too much. And the thing I'm also really afraid of is people finding out it's me. I rather leave most things anonymous. Which is why I'm a VTuber. That's why I'm confessing all of this to all of you right now. I just wanted to get it off my chest though. It does feel nice to tell people that I do this kind of stuff. Because I like talking about it. I like talking about making stuff. I can't do that without arousing suspicion where I work because of the whole mystery gifting thing. And because I'm leaving soon, hopefully, I don't know, maybe I'll get cold feet. I've been trying to create some smaller stuff and give the people that I haven't been able to give things to, because I feel bad to leave people out. It's another reason I remain anonymous is because sometimes it's a bit tiring to give people things. So it's nice to not have that pressure of, oh, I need to give this to somebody, they know it's me and all that. Sometimes I can just feel too tired and not gift anyone anything for a little bit. Trying to find the right. Maybe it's a mixed brush. Hang on, let me see if I can remember how to do a bit of a Milky Way. I might not, honestly. I remember the swirling patterns. Oh, and of course, Cosme Roach's stitching. I nearly forgot he has some Cosme Roach's stitching on the sides of their wings. Or else they wouldn't be able to stick together. Second Black. I got my first gift from a friend about 8 months ago, even though we haven't talked that much lately. Oh, that's really sweet. I want to perpetuate the culture of gift giving. I don't know if that's a bad thing because I know not everyone can afford to give gifts. I don't think there should be any pressure to give gifts because sometimes just spending time with somebody is the best thing you can do. But I won't lie, I do like gifts. It's nice to know that somebody's thinking of you in that way as well. But most of the time, it's gonna sound mushy. I just really want to spend time with my friends. And I know they're busy. Everyone's busy. I'm busy. Which is not fair. I want to spend time with my friends. I don't want to be busy. I wanna have the freedom to spend time with the people that I have the most fun with. Time is a luxury that not everybody has. We're getting too philosophical with it again. Sorry. Forgive me if I'm not looking at chat too much while I'm coloring this in as well. Just trying to find the right balance of things. Mm. Plus Miroch has all the stars. I love spending time with my friends. Yeah, time with friends, as cheesy as it sounds, it's honestly the best thing. I I'm an introvert, but I love spending time with people. Just being around them, playing games is really fun. You know, I've talked about how I can just spend a whole day being quietly in a room with someone. They do their thing, I do my thing, and it's just the best feeling ever. And I really hope I can keep those friendships until I don't know, until forever. I want to be friends with those people forever, and I'm always so paranoid worrying about whether I'm a good friend. Because it's so easy to get into your own head and think that you're not. Oops. Far too turn. Okay, let's actually draw a little ball of light around here. And you know, the same thing applies to same thing applies to all of you. I always get really paranoid that oh, this is so parasocial sounding. I don't want it to be parasocial sounding, but it kind of is. I'm always scared that y'all gonna just one day leave. And you know what? It's well within your right. Because end of the day, I'm just a content creator. I'm not anybody personally close to any one of you. So there is absolutely no pressure to stay. We are not starting any parasocial relationships now. We are not. But I get worried about that. I get worried about, because everyone here is so nice. I worry about losing everybody, or not being entertaining enough for all of you, or not being not being not being good enough. Is that too much? I don't want to put pressure on anybody to think that, oh no, 10A feels bad, we need to stay, and all. Don't do that. I've seen that go wrong too many times from all the drama channels I watch. But it's the feeling of that kind of paranoia extends to that too. I always worry that I'm not doing enough for people, or I'm not being the kind of person that they expect me to be. And this isn't to say down the no back no. Now this isn't to I'm trying to be sincere without being manipulative and all that. This isn't to make anybody think that I'm not like a good, pure, flawless individual. I'm not. In fact, it's very messy when you think that kind of way, because it makes you overly clingy. It makes you second guess yourself a lot, and then you end up annoying people because you're doing all this second guessing stuff. It's not a good train of thought to have. Nobody should have these trains of thoughts. You just leave it to 10A having all of these. But yes, I do have that worry. And I'm telling myself just to enjoy. Why you're not a pure flawless individual? I'm not. I've never been. Would I be living in a post-apocalypse if I was? I'm far from it. I'm as flawed a person as anybody else. I watch a lot of drama stuff, and they always have this trope of people presenting themselves as too good a person, and then when something goes wrong, it turns out they're not that great a person. It's so devastating. Not to say they don't deserve it, because if you do something wrong, you have to deal with the consequences. But stuff on the drama channels, they always talk about, oh, they had such a squeaky clean image. They were charitable and feeding the homeless, giving to charity, and delivering babies and all that. And it's a whole like psychological thing you can study, right? About how the way people perceive someone eventually affects what happens when that person goes against their perceived reputation. We might be getting too philosophical here. Yeah, I don't want to present myself as anybody who knows what they're doing, or anybody who can't make mistakes. I make a ton of mistakes, so many mistakes. Who knows? Maybe my entire VTubing career was a mistake. This is the biggest mistake yet. And I'm dealing with the consequence of it now. But so far so good. Now, let's see, do I actually remember how to shade any of this? Oops. Let's put all of this in a folder. And then we'll see if I actually remember how to shade any of this. So the first layer is the first. This is an exercise of trying to remember shading practice. First layer is the base shadows. Blah. I can't spell. Base shadows. And then I'll take it from there. I'll slowly try to remember everything. First, I need to set my background. There, that's not a bad background. Mm, wanna have more blues because I'm so green. Uh-oh. Is it not? Is it laggy? Am I lagging? Hmm. Nope. Okay, we'll stick with this one. Tennis sends me to life support by the hypertension I'm having to contain all this cuteness aggression. I don't know what about it gives off cute. I'm uh, I'm secretly glad it all does. I still can't help it. I'm sorry, I don't mean to do that to Black. I don't know how those other content creators or other VTubers do it, where they just embrace being cute. They play into it and they just like, oh yes, I am cute. Praise me for being cute. And you know what? Some of them are really good at it. And yeah, people can say it's cringe and all of that, but if they're having a good time, who cares? I want to be cute, but I don't know how to. Don't know how to accept it without feeling like I'm like I don't deserve it. I understand performative people for real. Yes, and yeah. I never want to. Every time I come out, yes, everything's so jumbled. My thoughts are so jumbled. I never want to give a false image of myself and who I am. Of course, I never want to let personal things come into here as well. I've also seen that as a trope of all drama. I say it like it's a movie. It's not. It's real life. It's not drama. It's terrible things, but happens a lot, right? Where people either they're not personal enough or they're too personal, and it's so hard to find a balance. Cause what the heck is social media? Our ancestors, your ancestors, never had to deal with anything of this sort, and now we're out here inventing new ways to show off crazy to people. What is this? Right? And I mean, nobody's an expert in social media, but when I find myself starting to get too far into the rabbit hole of following certain drama going on Twitch or X or the like, I just remind myself, not involved in this, put down the device and focus on something else. So being cute like this wasn't fake. You don't know how much these comments actually get to me. I do wanna be cute. I just don't know how. And I don't know how to embrace it and just be cringe about it. Cause cringe people have more fun. I'm better at calling other people cute. But I won't deny I like being called cute. And just don't know how to handle it. Good checkmate. It's not a kiss. It's not a competition. I wanna say I think everybody deserves the chance to be called cute. Fussy because I believe in my truth. I'm trying to find a conversation thread to get back on so I don't think too much about it and get too flustered. Okay, calming down. I think everybody deserves the chance to be called cute. Even the people you wouldn't stereotypically find cute. It's just really nice. Of course, if somebody doesn't like it, don't. I think everybody out there, even the most untypical cute person, deserves to be called cute. At least once in a lifetime. Black is cute too. Yes, that's true. Black is very, very cute. and they I don't know, Black, when will you purr for me? When are you gonna purr? I don't know what textbook cute is. You know who's cute? Crony's cute. Go check Crony. I need to stop advertising for my Oshis. I don't know how people act around their Oshis. I don't know. Are you meant to talk about them as much as I do? Maybe I'm too obsessive. Yes, we should actually get coloring. What color do I actually want for my shadows? Well, it's a blue light. Trying to remember decades of shadow theory here. Okay, I like that one. Okay. Omo got the bragging rights of hearing me purr. Omo did. I want. Can you record? No, don't actually. I want to hear Black purr. That's because I baited myself into purring. How did you bait yourself into purring? Actually, to open up the question to everybody else, can anybody else purr? Because I've watched the VTubers. The VTubers. I've watched all the VTubers there is to watch out there, and some of them, especially the cuter ones, they can do purring noises. They can like roll their R's and do like I can't do the sound, like a cat purring sound, and I want to learn how to do that, but I can't. It's demonstrating how to roll your R's and I purr. I can't roll R. I can't. It just comes out like that. It sounds like I'm choking. How do you roll your R's? I'm sorry for shouting. How do you roll your R's? They said that if you speak other languages, you should be able to. I can speak one other language, not very well, mind you, but I can't roll my R's. Try it, other you. Can you purr? It's like curling. You curl your tongue and you just. I just end up making really weird noises. I don't know. Somebody tell me how. Is there a trick? Like pretend you're I don't know. Pretend you're underwater or something. Can't do it. Can't do it all. I purr on my cat, so I'm used to it as well. That's the secret. I need a cat. I need to go and get a cat. Does that mean Russians can inherently all purr? I guess it does sound that way sometimes though when they say there are sounds. Puss can now brag about hearing me purr. I hope Puss is okay. I know they're having exams around this time. I'm gonna keep trying and one day I'll get it. But right now it's just gonna sound like I'm gonna throw up. I can't do it. And you're supposed to curl your tongue to the back of your mouth, right? Nope. Run, can't do it. I'm gonna give up before I keep embarrassing myself. Let me bring up the purpleness of this a bit. No, I think the original is actually fine. Plus was in our VC earlier, planning to drop in your server but forgot to because Omo arrived out of nowhere. Ooh, I'm glad y'all. It's fun that y'all do VCs now. And I'm sorry for everybody that missed the community day slash night. Uh, maybe I should have made it more obvious that the timing was different than the usual timing. So I think that's why people missed it. I'm sorry. I will get better at informing people of the timing. In another timeline, 10 they might hear me purr. I hope so. A plus whatever. He was at work. Yeah, that's fine. I'll try and catch everyone another day. But we watched Spacey and I watched Kung Fu Hustle, and it was really fun. I'm kind of tempted to rerun it again because I really want to introduce new people who haven't watched it before, to Kung Fu Hustle because it's such a great and funny movie. I don't think should quit my job as a full time. No, don't do that. Please don't do that. Take care of yourself financially by keeping your job. Gonna take a 5-minute break to go and get a bit more water. We have not shaded anything at all. When I come back, we're gonna do some actual serious shading. So I'm gonna just break for 5 minutes. Everybody go do what you need to do. No, you do not. I am fine. I'm alright. I'm doing fine. We'll be right back. Hello, I'm back. I have water. Uh, hello. Hi, Nabe. Hello. It's nice. I'm covering my earpiece correctly. It's nice to see all of you. Who am I to have a life? No, you don't. Please keep your lives. The only time I will accept help is if somebody is a multi-millionaire. I can't say I'll never accept somebody wanting to keep me financially afloat. If they were a multi-millionaire and there were no strings attached. That's right, I'm a gold digger. Hi Nabe, hello. I'm gonna finish this drawing today, also help me. I swear that we will. How you doing, Nabe? What's up in your life? What's up in all your lives? I forgot what we were talking about. We were trying to purr. We were not succeeding, but we were trying our best. Money makes you happy because the end of it. No. That's the wrong mindset to have. It would be nice though if we lived in a world where we didn't have to worry about finance stuff. Thank you for the pat Nabe. Thank you. Then people who just like to create stuff could just create all day. And still find a way to provide for those around them. Maybe one day we'll live in a world like that. As for now, not yet. Trying to remember how shadows work. It's weird when you're doing art because you see shadows, you see color every day of your life, but when you're actually trying to do art, you gotta relearn how to do art and shadows all over again. Hi Nova, hello, long time no see. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing okay. It's been a long time since I don't see a lot of colors. Oh no. Is that a roundabout way to say you are colorblind? Or that the place you live in just doesn't have a lot? Do you live in Antarctica? Where there's not a lot of color? I got good news. Oh, what good news do you have? Let us know so we might celebrate this good news with you. Well, I still struggle to remember how shadows work. I think this is how they work. It might not be the case. Oh no, I can't remember how shadows work. Yes, that's not good. Yes, I'm colorblind. Hey, that's not good news. I gotta go. Oh, congratulations. I hope you both are very happy together for the rest of your lives. And that that you are able to handle being colorblind. Oh, that is good news, Nova. Congratulations, you got 2 new houses from your granddad. My condolences if it is what I think it is. I hope that you can have a good time on stream today. And that the stream makes you feel a little bit better. Even while you're enjoying good news. My condolences, Nova. Make sure you take care of yourself. Make sure that you uh, are putting your health and well-being first. And everyone as well. Make sure you're taking care of yourself. And think about how shadows work. Because I still don't know how they work. I don't know if what I'm doing is right. I have to think about which parts of the face are in light and all of that, and it's not. It never works out. I just can't picture. Oh wait, should be above here. Okay. Can't picture shadows. Thank you for the Papa Black. No, it's good to cry. It's good to cry. You can't cry forever, but it's good to cry. There was this really wonderful I don't know if it was a TV show or a podcast where don't mean to bring it down. I'm sorry about bringing the atmosphere down. That beach, is that background music? Do you not hear it? Put it softer. I'll bring it up a bit louder. Not to bring the mood down. And if you don't like topics that are sad, feel free to hop off stream and take care of yourself for a while. I just redeemed my flight. I don't have the D&D tracker up today. I'm sorry, Nova. But I like that sentiment. Everyone just tried to fly. There was something like a TV show or a podcast where they would talk about really deep topics, and one of the clips got really popular. Some of you might have heard of it before, where it's warning for illness talk. The host's mother was going through some serious medical issues, and the host asked her, like, what should he do after she's gone? What can he do to cope with everything that's happened? And what she said it really stuck with me. She said to her son, the son that she knew she was gonna leave behind, she just told him, you cry. You just cry. And I think that's really powerful, because yeah, what else can you do but just take a moment and just cry. Because it was something really good in your life that is now gone, and we should cry because it was a good thing that we lost. We cry because we love the things that are no longer there. I'm sorry if it brings the mood down a bit, but it's something that really did stick with me, that kind of tells you, it's okay to cry. It's okay to be sad. There's a lot of, toxic positivity is something that is around nowadays. And we need to remind people that it's okay to be sad. You can't be sad forever. One day you're gonna have to wipe your tears and keep moving forward again. But just for a little bit, you should just cry. And sometimes the tears don't come and you feel all the worse for it. I understand that. Sometimes it feels like everything's just in, but you will cry eventually. I don't think you can make it never happen. At some point, whenever your body is ready to, you will cry. So please don't misunderstand the meds will fix it. Thank you for sharing, Black. Thank you for sharing that deeply personal thing. Or you can just hide like I do. You don't need to cry in front of people, you know? It's well within your right. If you don't want to do that in front of someone, then you don't have to. You don't need to expose your grief to other people. Sometimes it can just be something just for you. You don't cry for other people, you cry for yourself because of other people. Oh wait, I wanna add some color to the face. Too dead looking. Which is the face layer? I don't know. Oh, it's this one. Okay. Too red. And the hair, also do a bit of shading up there. I can't remember what layer it's on. I can't remember what layer it's on. Too many layers opened up. Okay. This one. I see. Okay. Sorry, I wasn't looking at chat. So back in the day when I was in army, I was the one that cooked mostly. Fast forward a few weeks, I got sick and couldn't cook. I was in the med bay and heard them dropping stuff, and when I saw them putting fried egg in boiling vinegar. Oh no! That's a for people who don't know, don't put fried egg in vinegar. Black says crying helps me to just let it all out when I feel overwhelmed. I'm prone to be emotionally overwhelmed, but at the least I found another outlet of exercising and running. Thanks again, thank you for sharing with us, Black. Thank you for letting others know that they're not alone going through this sort of thing. And that's why I think this exercise is also really important, because as much as we dislike it, it can be really good for helping people out of a funk. Oh. Let me just try to get an idea of where shadows should go. I never like putting shadows over the eyes though. I always cheat a little bit. It's not how shadows work. They don't leave your eyes shadowless. But I always like having the eyes still partially partially lit up. So anything you can take away from 10A is 10A just loves drawing eyes. And that horn will be completely in light. In a way, it shows you can help yourself instead of step. And Nova with the story of the egg. I told you not to get the hell out of my kitchen because if you can't cook an egg, don't take a step in this place ever again. Oh, you says once I missed one of the stream and cry for hours. No, you can always. I always have it on the VODs in the video platform. You can always watch it back there. There's no need to be sad. I miss all of you too when I don't see you on stream. I always wonder what you guys are up to. Maybe there's too much. Maybe I should stop wondering. Yeah, I wonder what you guys are up to when you're not around. Does this make sense? Does this shadow here make sense? Sort of. If it's a really close shadow. The fingers would be shadowed. Wrist would be in shadow. Here would be in shadow. Thumb is partially in shadow. Maybe. No, the hand would not be in shadow because there's light shining directly on top of it. In a skirt? You mean in a skit? If I mean a skit, Nova. I do skits on the other platform. You okay, Nova? Rest if you need to. Take some rest if you need to. Night, Black. Black's going to sleep. Okay, you gotta run early tomorrow. Yes. Good night, Black. Get some rest. I will not be sleeping until this is done. But I think we'll have it done by today. Famous last words. I think I can get it done by today. Are you okay, Nova? Take some time away if you need to. Let me just... Yeah, I think, is that it for the big shading? And then we'll go over it with a bit of an eraser brush, just lighten up the edges. This is the big shading where there's not very many hard edges. Skit. I see. Yes, I have a lot of skits on the other platform. Good night, Black. for those of you that do need rest, because I know it's late for some of you, and you know it's been a long, tiring. For some of you, it's Monday already. So it's been a long, tiring start of the week, hasn't it? And all of you have been doing your best to keep up with it. So if you need to go and sleep, please go and sleep. Or if you need to go and rest and just take some time to wind down from the day, then you know, go and do that. Feel free to lurk if you want, or you know, shut off and just go and rest. Tenny always wants you to prioritize your well-being and your sleep schedule. Thank you for the hydrate. I will drink. I do have water with me. Thank you. Yes, I am hydrating. Okay, I think that's it for the large shadow. Even make it a bit darker if we wanted to. I will have it come up a little bit here because of the way the nose bridge is. Okay, so little art lesson. Shadows have like tiers to them, in case anybody wants to learn to color. So there's these big shadows that I really liked because I don't know anything about shadows and art. There's these big shadows that I really liked, and actually looking at this, I kind of think this arm wouldn't have as much light coming off it. I think you have a little bits sort of peering through where the roach is sort of blocking. So I will erase it a bit. You have to imagine where you think the light is coming from. I imagine that little bits of light are shining from the right side and still able to catch the parts of the cloth and the parts of the Cosme roach that's sticking out. Just taking a very soft brush and very lightly erasing some of the shadows, just where I think the light would hit. And the shadows here would still stay because they're completely covered up by the arm. Okay. Just winging it a little bit. And this is a great way to do wrinkles for your clothing as well. Because the light will always catch upon the raised bits of the clothing, and the shadows will always catch upon the darker edges of the clothing. So like here, this shoe on the right, it would be catching the light from this side, but it's partially covered by the hem of the pants, and the other shoe is blocked partially by the shoe on its right as well. I think that is where all the shadows should be, and the rest is all covered in light. And then we can move on to darker shadows. Which I'm gonna experiment with a bit just to see what makes a good darker shadow. Okay, I like that one. It is almost a black though, so I'm gonna bring it up a bit to maybe a bit more of a red. Too dark. Okay, I think that's it. And so, what do you guys think is gonna happen if I don't finish this coloring on time? Should I just not sleep? What I'm doing now is occlusion shadows. Which are shadows that happen when two things are very close to one another. So they create a shadow just by touching. If you don't finish, you have to find out for yourself. Oh no, I don't want to find out for myself. I'll try my best. I'll try my best to finish by today. So help me. Sorry if I'm a bit quiet because I'm concentrating a bit. Because these are all the really fine details that you get. The shadows. In the corners of the eye. Hope everyone can see. Sorry, I'm super concentrated right now. Those eyes stare deep into my soul. I feel what they may see. So do I. I don't know what they see, but I too am afraid. I too don't know what I see when I stare into the abyss. I don't know what I see when I stare into my own future. It's a little bit scary. Because I don't know what's out there. But I trust that it will all work itself out as long as I keep moving forward. And not let myself get too stuck on things. You know, the usual cry and then move on and just do your best. Okay, and then a really fun thing to do is actually, let me get in one more layer of shadow. A little bit bluer, and let me see if I can bridge the gap between these two shadows and make it look a bit more natural. So it's a blue going into sort of a greenish hue. I'm gonna do this is really fun thing. You usually cry, find the tennis shoe and cry is over. Oh, don't cry, Hermit. It's okay. I'm gonna do a little bit of a fun thing where so sometimes when shadow meets light, there's a bit of color that goes on between them. See if I can get this right. Where's the proper airbrush? Maybe this one. Oops. Yeah, this is the one. Bit darker of a color. Here is this. Is the light terminate? I don't know. Is that what it's called? I don't know. I don't remember what it's called. Now I get to do one of my favorite parts with this, which is a bit of the soft light. Followed by a harsher light line. Let's see. Sorry, I'm not paying attention to chat. I'm just looking at stuff. Okay, look there. The shadow terminator is the line between the light and the start of the shadow. Is normally the darkest part of the non-cast shadow. Not sure what having a color that separated. I can't remember what it's called either. But sometimes, you know, when the light hits your skin and there's shadow, there's a bit of like a warm line that runs through it. That's the best I can describe it. I will have to look it up again because I don't remember exactly what it's called and why it happens. I just bring some light into the hair here. It kind of looks like the light is shining a little bit onto the face, but can't quite reach it. Blur it just a bit. Let me get rid of a bit of the blur here. I don't like it so blurry. Then you always get a little bit of bounce lighting usually. So when light bounces around, I'm gonna do this with a bit of blue, since the background is blue. It's like the light is bouncing off the background and sort of tinting everything a little bit blue. But you also have the lights from elsewhere. Like the glow of Cosmiroach's antennas are very intense, so you would have a little bit of soft lighting, probably bouncing against the bottom of the hood, the bottom of my horns. Just need to find the right intensity level for it. It's called subsurface. Ah, that's it. It's called subsurface scattering. Yeah. I don't know what causes it still. I don't know why it occurs. I just know it's something that does happen in real life. It's something you can use for your own coloring. And what I'm also gonna do is tighten up the outline a bit. I'm gonna bring the outline up and then give it a little bit of a clean up. That's not bad. due to quantum mechanics of photons bouncing through semi-transparent materials. I wish I understood half of that. But thank you for looking it up. I'll try to remember in case anybody asks me in future how it actually works.
Welcome home, Columbia. Beautiful, beautiful. Discovery's 4 computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions. Liftoff of mission 41B, the first flight of the orbiter Discovery, and the shuttle has cleared the tower.
Discovery Houston, trim to ATO.
Nice to be in orbit. Beautiful, beautiful.
I'm gonna tone down this area a bit just so it's not so muddy. You might be an artist. I might be. I have to look for me. Don't worry, go ahead and look. I think we might be close to being done. Sorry, I got super concentrated with this one. Because I really wanted to have it finished so I could go and sleep on time. I think I could have cleaned up the horns a little bit better, but actually I'm happy with this. Last thing I want to do is with the background, of course. And I wanted to okay, first let me tighten up the line art a bit. Get a bit sharper. Make this a bit more obvious of a Okay. And then for the background, we're gonna finish up real soon. Made some time, definitely get Emily was this watch of us. Thank you, other you. You're very, very kind. But make sure you get some sleep as well. I don't want you to stay up all night watching me. I want to make sure you get some sleep as well. Do I try to do stars by hand? Maybe. The answer is maybe. This is a very simple trick just for making a pattern of stars. What do I actually want to do with these? Make it look like they glow in the dark stars. The dark. And also add some and I just to finish it off. I wanna add a bit of glow to the eyes. But also, oh wait, I need to bring up the top. Yes. That's showing up. Okay, I think we're done. Thank you. We did it. We finally finished some art on stream. I'm sure I'll be continuously adjusting this. Okay. Last touch before we go. I know I shouldn't touch it too much, but I'm just gonna add a bit of a. No, I should do this on a different layer so I can adjust the opacity. Okay, just a little bit of a glow, just so it's easier to see. Okay, we're done. We are done, and we're gonna finish it off with as usual, Tenny's signature. I say as usual, but I think this is the first time we've actually managed to finish art on stream. Okay, I think everyone's gone to sleep, which is good. Everyone should be getting some rest. I'm gonna drink some water. This I don't know what to say. We finally finished art. I don't need to say we didn't finish art. Thank you for coming along with me while I drew this. It took a few streams. I promise I'll get faster soon. And yep. It's not the end of the year yet, but it's gonna be the end of the year very soon. And I feel really nostalgic. There's so much I want to say. I won't say them all today, or else it's gonna take far too much time. Sorry, I'm still constantly seeing things I could adjust. I'm gonna go to bed. So, thank you everybody who still here, still asleep, still lurking. I can't wait to do more streams like this. I really can't wait to do more streams like this with all of you into the new year. And of course, we still have more streams coming up this week. So, good night everybody. To those that are still here, I'm gonna try to raid somebody. I don't know how many of you are still awake. I'm gonna try and raid someone. As far as I know, nobody I know is online right now. Let's see. A few good ones today. There's a lot of good ones today. I'm actually not sure who to send people to. Alright, this one says art and chat. They're a demon LARP incubus. So it might be R18, I'm not sure, but this one looks nice. Okay. Thank you everybody for being here with 10A. I am going to get ready to get some rest. And I love all y'all. Good night.